What's up, guys? Welcome to brobeatz. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a really cool plugin that is absolutely free. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop into the video. All right, so here's a plugin, and this is pretty much what it'll look like. These are all free plugins here. Okay, so this is called Sine or Sine Factory, and it's made by Orchestral tools. Again, I will leave the link in the description so you can grab this, or in the comment section. So if you're familiar with like Spitfire or Analog Labs, it's pretty much a company like that where they make really high quality sample libraries. Except this right here pretty much one-ups Analog Labs. And the reason for that is because it makes everything 10 times easier as far as articulations and stuff like that. So it's pretty much the most user-friendly VST out right now. And it's free. Now, of course, some of the sounds don't really sound that great. So for like some of these guitars, when you do like the single notes, they kind of sound very like synthetic. Now, this is not a review. I like to actually make something with like when I do videos like this. So we will be going through, but they have a bunch of articulations and stuff, right? Now, the cool thing that I like, and the reason I'm even showing you this, because I wasn't going to even show it, but what grabbed my attention was that how integrated the articulations are. So what you can do automatically, right? So you can load up anything you want. As you can see, it's all loading over here. Let's do one of these, right? You can access all these instruments either with your key switches, velocity, etc. Now what I like to do in FL is use MIDI channels. Okay, so you can do key switches. So if you want to like use C# to access these rips, you can, right? And if you look up here, you can see it's not taking up, it's taking up nothing, right? So I like to do MIDI channels because it's best for FL in my opinion. So now it will map all of these instruments in the articulations to the 16 MIDI channels. So if we go in here, okay, we'll have an instrument here, and if you change your MIDI channel, and this is, if you make samples or you make melodies, you know how powerful this is, right? And this is why you should be getting this, okay? And it's free. And they do have paid stuff as well. This is not sponsored, so I'm not gonna hype them up too much because yeah, it's not sponsored. So but yeah, that's all I really wanted to show you. Now I want to actually make something with it so you can see it in action. But yeah, I will leave a link in the description in the comment section, so you can grab it if you want to. I think you should. If you don't, you're gonna be behind. So yeah, let's go ahead and make melody. All right, so here are the instruments I pre-picked here, and I just picked some that I thought would sound well together, just to kind of go through a lot of the instruments. So we can just start with the strings and just kind of go down, or we can kind of pop around. But here are the strings. I'm just using the whole string ensemble, spiccatos, and you know, obviously you can change these. And they have other things here, right? You can kind of switch things. It's very advanced, even a mixer. And of course you can buy like their purchasable content, but you know, we're not worried about that. We want the free stuff. So we go into here. Let's go here. We could just make a quick little melody. Here, let's drop down a chord right here. Pull that up. Okay. I'm a Control D this, and then we're going to stretch this out a little bit more. And right now I'm just kind of using like quick tricks to just get a melody down. Pull that up, and some of y'all, if you've been watching my vids, you already know this stuff. Okay, and then we take this one, pull it up, Control D, and now we should, it's just, let's see. All right, so I'm gonna mess with the velocity a bit. Okay, and then we can Control B this over and then add some other notes. So we can add this one. And I guess it's gonna be kind of a tutorial, not really, but something. Okay, and then over here, let's take this, pull it up, boom, simple. Copy it this way, and then we can move this one down to the B. And here's our melody, very simple. Try to get in the frame for you. Okay, very simple melody. So now we can move to our bass. All right, so next up we have this JBass, and this is the one, I just picked this out. I like the low end. Okay, now I do want you to pay attention to the mix as well. Like a lot of this stuff is already mixed in. It's one thing I noticed when using this a lot is just a lot of the instruments, you don't really have to do anything. All right, I don't have anything on the mixer. A lot of these sounds, they just sound great. And they're already panned to the right sides. So let me see. So that's helpful. So for this melody, and like when you use realistic instruments, a little tip is to use a 1/3 step in the 1/6 beat grid. Now, if you use the 1/3 step, it's pretty much using all of the third grids. The reason why is because it's more humanized grid to use. You kind of get access to all of them the more you zoom. So that's why I zoom out so I can kind of access all of them if I need them. So let's start on B. Let's just copy this. Just trying to create like a little groovy something. Let's move this over. Then let's take this E, pull that up. All right, let's pull it down. Nice little groovy bass. I like bassy stuff, so I kind of want that bass to overpower a little bit. So I like that. That's the bass, and now we can just mess around with a few of these drums here. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna throw in some percussion. So there's I think there's a few more I didn't download, but I just downloaded the ones that I was familiar with. So I just downloaded this. I thought this was cool. They had like a lot of realistic instruments and stuff. I'll just show you them. All right, they got like body percussion, you know, everything you can kind of think of that you would use. So I just picked out a few. So if this takes too long, I will speed it up because this is not really like a tutorial. I'm just kind of, you know, I like to make at least a melody every video, no matter what it is, even if it's a review. So, so let's see, let's start here. Right, and this is where the MIDI channels come into play. All right, we got it on MIDI channels, that way we can access. Okay. And I might speed this up a little bit. I'm gonna stop right there. So those are the drums. Kind of, it's all over the place, but you would definitely need to add effects to kind of make this blend in well, because they're kind of dry, but I think it sounds fine. You just turn it down a little bit. So let's go ahead and do the guitars. All right, so next up we have our guitars. Now I don't think the single strings on the guitars sound that great. The strums kind of sound all right. But I kind of want to use the single notes. It just sounds too synthetic. So I'm using the ukulele for this one because it just sounds a little bit more pleasant. So I'm gonna just make this real easy. Let's pull up here. We can just kind of breeze through this. Okay, I think that's good enough. We did enough. I just kind of want to get through this. So let's move on to the next instrument. All right, so now we have a trombone. So just some horns. And I'm really just overdoing it. Like I'm just adding instruments just because. So let's go in here and let's throw in something. Just kind of using everything. Let's change this. All right, I'm not really a fan of how long this goes on, but I think it's whatever, right? It just kind of adds to it. So let's move on to our keys. All right, lastly we have the Rhodes. Okay, so this is just what I have. I don't think the Rhodes have that many articulations. I mean, you can't really articulate really with this, right? But they have a bunch of pianos and stuff. All right, so let's go in here. I'm just making a little simple melody. Let's do this. Make sure it's playing right. I want to use these thirds here. Right, just pull them down. And then just want it to be smooth. Doesn't need to be anything great. Let's take these. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. We're just gonna cheat and just grab what we already have that we know that works. Let's bring it back here. Do a little. And I'm gonna just trickle that down like that. Okay, I think that's smooth, so I'm gonna just play it one time through. We don't have effects on. Obviously you can make it sound better with effects, but I just wanted to hear the kind of bland version just with a bunch of instruments. So listen. And one thing I do notice is a lot of the instruments are already panned. Just with all of these, like you can kind of tell the horns are kind of like top right. Like everything's kind of panned already. I like that, but that's gonna be it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful. Links will be in the description for the VST if you want to grab it. And that's it for me, so I'll see you in the next one. Peace.